Here at the W in Taipei. Let's go and take a look. As typical, they changed the rugs depending on the time of the day. Morning. Check-in's on the 10th floor. Elevators are pretty flashy, but pretty traditional for a W, though that may be sacrilegious to say given the branding. But in terms of their tradition, which is very cosmopolitan-esque, if you've ever been to Las Vegas, very glitzy, modern-esque styling, is done pretty well though, so it's not over the top, I'd say, in my opinion. Welcome to the lobby level. Interesting art piece over here. Check-in is just over there. As we can see, there's some stairs to the upper levels. And then some views of Taipei City. And then over to the right are the elevators. And then there's a store over there. That's where the breakfast is served. Let's go ahead and get to my room. Very flashy red, holy crap. That's a nice little digital animation, floral decoration. All right, here is the room, 1502. I'm gonna check it out. Welcome to the W Taipei. This is my room. I got upgraded to a suite as a Platinum Elite Marriott Bonvoy member. There's two bathrooms, one here right at the entrance. It's just a tiny miniature one. It just has the toilet with a full bidet and a small sink. Out here we can see the kind of the living area along with the bar drink area. There's a fully stocked mini bar. Not as stocked as like other places, but two of those are complimentary. And then as a Marriott Bonvoy Elite Platinum member, I do get those Evians for free every day apparently. Everything else is paid. And then these are complimentary. And then obviously there's your paid right here. Pretty much the mini bar area, even with a little table right here. And then of course we have now the living space area. It's quite spacious, very open. Sadly, this side is not the side with the Taipei 101, so that's a bit of a disappointment, but at least the room makes up for it, I think, in amenities and just pure size. And even I'd say aesthetics. I mean, you either love it or hate it with the W. I enjoy it. I think a good way, at least for Americans could understand it, is, you know, if you go to Vegas a lot, the W brand is basically the cosmopolitan, and like Bellagio would represent like traditional, posh luxury. If I had to pick one or the other, I would pick Bellagio in terms of just aesthetic. But, you know, I do actually really enjoy the Cosmopolitan. I think it is still posh, but quirky and modernist in a good way. It doesn't overdo it. And I think in healthy doses, I enjoy it. So that's pretty much it. There's the bed, full king bed. They give you a lot of water, complimentary at least. That's just my experience. Little love seat right there. And then, I don't know if this is common. I know this is definitely an Asiatic aesthetic, but this is here. It's like a walkway, weirdly enough. You could model. So yeah, hello. Kind of interesting, I guess. Let me know if you know what this is really, or if it's just purely aesthetics. And then just a small TV, kind of small for the area, but there is a place over by the bar to plug in for HDMI, which is very useful. There's also a place to Bluetooth link the Bose sound system in the room. So really good. Standard kind of wardrobe setups with branded hangers. So that's always a nice touch. Pretty large, but that is because this is a suite. And it's just these two right here. There's also a door kind of hide the bedroom area. And there's also one over here to do the same thing. I don't want to slam it on you. Just provide a little bit of extra privacy, but it feels negated with this thing, especially if you had light on technically over there, it will bleed through into the bedroom. So just be aware of that. Obviously, if you just turn off everything like I do, then it's fine, but I can see if there's someone else, then that could be an issue. The thing I do want to mention is that there are shears and drapes for both windows. So here's an example of the shears and of course the drapes. You can see it actually up here at the top. And I'll completely black this out, basically make it opaque. So that's just another feature in the room. Pretty nice. It automatically can go up and down, so you don't need to hold the button. Nice little feature. Otherwise, let's go into the bathroom. Bathroom has a nice little tub here with a little view. Again, I don't think this is the better side of the building, but it's nice to see the mountains in Taipei. Also comes with this nice little, I don't know what this is. This is like a stand. Comes with a few different complementary things like makeup removers, some bags. Nice bottle, really nice bottle of mouthwash. I need to take that. A his and her sink right over here. Dyson hair dryer right there. And very nice vanity mirrors. Here's the main bathroom. Again, fully functioning bidet with heated seat. So very posh, very nice. Really nice shower. It features your shower head, your rainfall design, along with a shower head to get those, more maybe not problematic, but hard to reach areas for just the shower head above to get. Just your standard shampoo, conditioner, shower gel by Momo. Pretty good. Otherwise, I'd say the room's pretty nice. I really appreciate the upgrade as always. Very spacious. Probably just not the right views. If you see other reviews, obviously, they might get that top room that has just an amazing view of the Taipei 101. I'm gonna see if the concierge knows a place in the building that I could access to see that view, or at least to have a nice view of the Taipei 101 building. Otherwise, pretty good room. All right, just to give you guys the scale of the suite, I'm gonna walk around a little bit. So it's pretty large. Definitely not needed for one person like myself, but I appreciate it as a Marriott Platinum member. They've been really good at trying to upgrade me this suite, so it's really appreciated. But yeah, basically, you got this giant couch, nice little seat over there, another seat. You could definitely sleep multiple people besides the giant king-size bed in this area. So this is a pretty nice room. Just probably the views are probably the biggest letdown, just because I know there's these nice suites that have views of the Taipei 101, which is probably the most, or one of the most iconic buildings in this city. Again, give you a good scale for how large this room actually is. Getting off in the elevator on the 12th floor, we can see that the gym is on this floor. Some nice little trinkets and amenities. On the left, the receptionist was on the right. And they have a pretty good amount of equipment and a yoga room. Now we have the breakfast buffet, which is all inclusive. You have various different salads, cereal, and fruits over here. Various different main courses. Obviously, a lot of Asian options in this buffet. Over here, there are some dessert pastries and other kind of breads like croissants and muffins just in front right here. And then there's some waffles and other bread. So would I stay here again? This was only one night. And I got in here really late from Seattle, Washington, which is like a 14-hour flight to Taipei. Probably. It's a W. in name and in aesthetics. It's very, again, if you stayed in Vegas, it's very cosmopolitan-esque. That's just the W brand. It's kind of supposed to appeal to young people more hip, kind of that glitzy, quirky aesthetic. Modernist would be another good term, as opposed to traditional luxury, which again, to use the Vegas analogy, just because they're right next to each other, Bellagio is more of that. Again, personally, if I had to live with one forever, it would be Bellagio, but I do enjoy the Cosmopolitan actually quite a bit. It's a nice change of pace, and the W, I think, reflects that. If you want something different, something a little more quote-unquote hip, I guess, modernist, but still feels classy and refined. W's are good. This one fits within that portfolio. I've had good service for the short time I've been here. When I stay here again, yes, I think this is a great location, great room, good amenities, good breakfast, and lots of different places that are walkable, including Taipei 101, which is just down the street. And then again, there's a metro station right next to the hotel, so everything's pretty much within your grasp very easily and affordably too. This is a go. This is a good hotel to consider if you're coming out to Taipei, want to stay somewhere kind of nice. And one last thing I wanted to mention, just as a tip, is that if you happen to get a room that doesn't have a view of, say, Taipei 101, which, as I said, is a little disappointing for this, but I'm still grateful for this room and the space, and that more than makes up for the lack of an iconic Taipei view. What I recommend is going to the gym, and in the yoga room, there is a straight shot window that overlooks the Taipei 101. So if you want to get a picture, with it in the background, that is one good option, and that's what I did. So check it out. Yeah, I would stay here again. Definitely, if I'm in Taipei, I think this is a good spot. It's a really good location, right next to the 101. It's just down the street. The metro here in Taipei has been pretty good. So I think this is a Bon Vivant approved one, at least. Thanks for watching the video. This was the first video I shot for a hotel, so I see all the problems. But hopefully I improved a bit over this trip, and certainly will post reviewing all this footage for future trips. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Thank you, and take care.